Hello and welcome to Coffee with Bill. So before we get started today with our topic of leadership values, I want to start by showing everybody this sweet little mug. It's a new addition. It's Blessed Beyond Belief. Pretty neat little mug. And we also have our Chemex full of Anchored Coffee and Roast Tropical Sunrise blend. Phenomenal blend. But we have our Chemex blinged out with a Navy Chief out anchor. You know, Navy Chiefs, we like to bling our stuff out. And we also drink premium coffee. So I just got to fill my cup up, get a little swig before we kick this thing off. Got to get the go juice flowing through the old veins to be proper. So down below in the description, we'll have a link to Anchored Coffee and Roast, so you can check out the blend Tropical Sunrise and all our other blends that we have available. Before we kick into leadership values, I want to let you guys know, stick to the very end, because we're going to have a bonus value that is really a game changer when it comes to values, on top of the 4 we're going to be talking about today. So the first value that every leader should have, and these are values that I've developed and learned from my time in the Navy and as a Navy Chief, is integrity. You got to have personal integrity. Personal integrity is holding yourself to a standard all the time, whether you're being under watchful eyes or whether you're out doing something independently. You got to have personal integrity. The other side of this, though, is you have to develop and instill integrity in your team. You should always be working to build that integrity level up in your team. And you do that through team building and some team training. But you're always striving as a leader to hold yourself to personal integrity, and you want to build that personal integrity up in your team. The second value that every leader should have is accountability. You got to be accountable to the people up above you as well as to the people below you, the people that you're leading. And you even got to be, in a business sense, you got to be accountable to your customers. They expect a service or a product or, something. You got to be accountable to them and get them what you promised or what you said you were going to do. So accountability is key in leadership. You got to have personal accountability and you got to have team accountability. So to be an effective leader, to be a good leader, you've got to have that accountability. The third value that I believe every leader should have is initiative. Now, initiative kind of has a couple facets to it. Really, to get a job done, not everything is in a cookie cutter, four lines of a box. Initiative really requires you to think outside of the box. As a leader, initiative can be putting the task out to your people and seeing what type of feedback you can get from them, because that feedback may indeed have the answer that you need. So you got to be willing to go outside your comfort zone. Initiative can be just taking action. As a leader, sometimes you operate with very little information to get started, but it's enough information to get started. So you got to take that initiative and start getting the ball rolling. And the great thing about that is you may initially not get rolling in the right direction, but with that initiative is you can change course. It is way easier to make a U-turn with momentum. As an analogy would be, a vehicle traveling can make a U-turn better than a vehicle that's at a stop that's got to try to turn. So initiative is that momentum. You got to have momentum. And the fourth value that I believe every leader should have is toughness. I can't stress this enough. As a leader, you have got to be tough. You have got to be tough physically, and you have got to be tough mentally. And what I mean by that is, toughness physically is you got to keep your body in good shape. You got to feed it good foods, good nutrition. You got to get that rest so that you are physically tough. But at the same time, you've got to be mentally tough And that physical toughness helps make you mentally tough because you're going to make some bad decisions. You're going to take some lumps from leadership. You're going to take some lumps from your team. And you're going to take some lumps from yourself when you feel like you didn't do the right thing or you didn't perform as well as what you thought you should have. So you've got to be tough. You've got to be able to take that lick and keep on moving. Toughness is an important leadership value. So those are my 4 values. And like I said, we have a bonus value that I believe is kind of a game changer. You can have these 4 values, which are super important, but kind of the icing on the cake is authenticity. As a leader, you have got to be authentic. If you come in there just fake, not being authentic, not putting your heart and soul into it, your team's going to know that, your bosses are going to know that, and you are not going to be effective. You are not going to get the buy-in from your team. And at the end of the day, you are only going to be operating at about 80% efficiency, if that, because you are not authentic. You've got to be authentic. So I hope you guys take these 4 values and the bonus 5th value to heart. I guarantee if you implement them into your leadership style, you will start seeing success. You will start seeing your leadership grow. You will start seeing the people that you work with start having buy-in. And at the end of the day, the whole machinery is going to be a lot more efficient. So until next time, enjoy some great coffee.